Hello, how are you?
Hello, hello. I'm great. I'm so
Great.
excited. So, my first question for you, Gawyn Trakand can be a bit of an intimidating character. He is, the wealth, the swagger, the charming good looks, all of it. I want to know what it was about this role that made you excited about the project.
Yeah, of course. Well, he's a polarizing character, isn't he?
Yeah.
When I got the role, I didn't realize who I was auditioning for, but when I got the role, I very, very quickly realized that people had a lot of opinions about him, and I think that is such a gift. At first I did panic, but then, it's such a gift as an actor to be given a role that the fandom and people feel so passionately about. So I think
Yeah.
trying to kind of get underneath his skin and understanding his motivations,
Hmm.
and kind of shining perhaps a different light on them, especially with fresh eyes. Sorry,
Yeah.
because I wasn't familiar with the books. I hope that that in some way kind of appeases the fandom and kind of gives them a different, I know, as I say, sheds a different light. But I think that it was. I'd so much rather play a role like this than have a role where people just feel indifferent about them.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so regardless of where their passion sits, I was just I became very excited to kind of tackle Garwin and to really kind of uh, enter into the nuances of his decisions and um yeah and his actions.
Yeah, I mean the moment that really won me over is that first moment between Gawain and Elaine and this, reconnection and she's like, "Oh, idiot." And it's that embrace and I was like, Gawain in this moment has
Mm.
fully won me over and it was such a pleasure watching, the entry of House Trakand into the
Mm.
story and, the costuming, that moment just walking through. What was that like for you putting on that red jacket?
But literally phenomenal. They
Yeah.
were the most incredible, incredible costumes, and the trousers kind of came up super, super high. The jackets kind of pulled our shoulders back, and they had all this like amazing gold leaf, not gold leaf, gold foil. Sorry, I don't know what it was, but like
The
wire, gold
embroidery,
wire.
maybe?
Yeah,
Okay.
the embroidery that was. I know that was. I believe that was sent to India to be done because we were waiting for that final piece to be layered on. Uh, just when else do you get to wear something like that?
Yeah.
And it really did make us both feel like Andorian princes. So
Yeah.
hugely beneficial as an actor. Um, yeah, I never downplay the impact of costume and the way it makes you feel and hold yourself, and it's yeah, really impactful.
Yeah. Sharon is really an artist.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And Olivia's kind of it was amazing.
It was everything. It was everything. The moment that we saw those images, draw my jaw on the floor, it was just
Yeah.
so much fun to get to see. And then, we move right into like a lot of action sequences with the character as well,
Mm.
which I mean, it was very, like the physicality of all of that was really just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, well, thank you. We worked really, really hard on that. We were rehearsing with the stunts team every single day, Callum and I, bar Sundays.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about kind of getting in shape. It was, understanding their movement and also kind of uh, perhaps talking and thinking about the way the boys move differently. Um,
Yeah. Well,
specifically in the, sorry.
yeah, well, there was like, I mean, on your side of things, like there was this elegance of almost like a fencer. You work in dance a little bit, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I felt like that came through, whereas Galad, he's more of like a
Mm.
brawler. So like, it was a really fun dynamic between the two characters.
I'm pleased that came across. That was
Yeah.
I have never thrown a punch in my life. I've never had to do a fight scene. I've never had to hold a sword, but I
Hmm.
knew that I understood movement and I know Callum very well. We've played brothers before.
Okay.
So I know which is bizarre. Um, so I knew I knew the way he would be playing Galad. So yeah, it was fun for us to explore those differences.
So, another one of the questions that I had for you is you were mostly in the tower this
Mm.
episode. Were there any characters that you didn't get to interact with just being in this one location that, like, looking forward, you would love to interact with?
Oh my goodness. Um, I think I would like, based on what I know about the book series, I think I would like
Okay.
to see an interaction between Garwin and Rand. I think,
Okay.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that would be pretty cool.
I mean, you guys, you look similar too. You and Yasha look very similar in a way. When people had seen that you were cast, a lot of people were thinking like, oh, like they could be brothers. So that would have been a
I, yeah,
really fun scene between the two of you. But yeah.
I have seen comments like that, and it's a lovely compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. This was so much fun, and congratulations on season 3. It's been so much fun to watch.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your
Yeah.
time too.